Good morning, everybody. This is Shane again. I want to talk to you about the sin of Sodom and Gomorrah because I ain't talked about that yet. Now, first thing I want to point out is that the Lord, or three men, appeared to Abraham in Genesis chapter 18. Verse 1 through 3. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent of the door in the heat of the day. And he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, three men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself towards the ground, and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servant. Now go to 18, 16 through 22. And the men rose up from thence, and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on their way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him? For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him. And the Lord said, Because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is very great and grievous, their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it which is come unto me, and if not, I will know. And the men turned their faces from thence, and went towards Sodom, but Abraham stood yet before the Lord. And there came to Sodom, now go to 19 verse 1. And there came to Sodom two angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. Now, the point here is three men appeared to Sodom. One of them was the Lord. That's the first point I want to make. The Lord appeared to Abraham in a human form. Now go down to verse 5 through 11. And they came unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do you to them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore they came under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. Now the point here is these men were willing to rape the angels. Now I believe the two angels were Gabriel and Michael. The third man was the Lord. Now this shows that the Lord can assume a human form. That is what Israel might be having a problem with, and the Jews as well. That don't mean they're bad people. That don't mean they don't know the Lord at all. That means they have certain fears about seeing the Lord that they don't understand. Now, the point is, these men were willing to rape the angels and force them. That's the real sin in Sodom. It's not homosexuality itself. Though Moses says a man shall not lie with a man as he lies with a woman in Leviticus, and makes it a capital crime. Now the point is, he did that for Israel's sake, so that Israel wouldn't go into homosexuality, though there are probably some Jews who are gay. And again, what Jesus is offering you is a pardon. You get a second chance, or a third chance, or 490 chances, or as many chances as you need to come to terms with your homosexuality, and to realize that it's not to force people, it's to help with the population. You can be gay for the right reasons. The population needs to be controlled, and therefore maybe it's okay for you to be gay now because it's between you and your partner, your choice. And if you choose it, admit you're choosing it, and then you're being honest. And that way it's not a lie anymore. Therefore, and if you don't rape people or force people to be gay with you, you know, you let the straight be straight and the gay be gay. And that's how you can overcome homosexuality, to do the right thing by it. But if you don't, then you're in danger of judgment because you're forceful about it. But if you do it in love, in the right spirit, God may work with you in it and allow you to be gay. You just don't know. You have to trust in God and put your faith in Him, because there's also asexual reproduction. Now, I ain't telling you to be gay or to be straight. I'm telling you, you have a choice. And what you choose is up to you, and how you treat people after you make the choice is what defines you as a human being. Do you want to make everyone gay, knowing that there's only one way to reproduce, or do you want to be gay with your partner and just you and that person be gay? If you're willing to do that, then God will forgive you. If you're not, well, God can't forgive you because you're trying to force homosexuality upon other people. So that's the difference between what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah and homosexuality today. And that's why you might could be gay and God forgive you. So anyway, just think about it, and I'll talk to you next time.